What's up, everybody? Come on, keep it going. Whose idea was it to follow a group of wonderful people with some guy who should probably still be in rehab? I usually don't like a cappella groups because, you know, they always ruin like great songs. Luckily, the a cappella group that performed me tonight picked a really shitty song to perform. And thus made it more bearable. I want to have a... Thank you for acknowledging. I want to do a little experiment with you tonight. All the young men in the room, I want you to do me a favor. Just picture a beautiful woman. The hottest woman, you know, just picture, you know, like, just great tits, you know, nice ass, a beautiful face, and just picture her taking a really big shit. Some of you are pulling away from me. Some of you are saying, okay, continue. Speaking of really big shits, I saw my brother play football this weekend. And like, he went to the same, he's going to the same high school that I went to. And like, this is a really conservative Catholic high school, so I just wanted to go there and pretend to be his flamboyant gay brother. You know, like put on like spandex and bring pom-poms, just go team! Oh, okay. Yeah. And my mother was there, which is probably not a good idea, because she's a huge worrier. Like, you'll never hear a parent say, "Take my kid out of the game!" He's hungry, he's sweating, he needs a snack, okay? Get him something to eat, get him something to eat! But, like, honestly, she sits there and she gyrates, and she like makes these odd noises, she's like, "Ooh! Ah! It's like she's getting a gynecological exam. Picture your mother getting a gynecological exam. Oh. And thankfully my brother's team won, which is weird because they really suck. And I couldn't believe it because the team that they had played, like the team that they had played the week before, they won 12-0. Like, was the other team in wheelchairs, honestly? I hear they have a good rolling back. You know, my parents are not here tonight, you know, for obvious reasons. Like, I could just imagine, like, I can't perform in front of my parents. I can't do stand-up in front of my parents. I can't perform, but sexually I can perform in front of them, but not stand-up. And, you know, I can just imagine, like, they'll find out, luckily, if I ever end up on, like, The Tonight Show, they'll, like, you know, like, some friend of theirs will go, "Can you believe it? But your son is on The Tonight Show." My mother would be like, "What? Gary, turn on The Tonight Show!" And my poor father, "But honey, I wanted to watch it." "God damn it, Gary, turn on The Tonight Show!" On a lighter note, I went to a funeral a while back. And I went to the wake. It was an open casket. For those of you who've never been to a funeral, an open casket is basically a peep show for necrophiliacs. But, and like, they call each, like every available time you can go, they call it a showing. Like it's some form of entertainment, you know, it's like, it's a corpse! But, you know, and like, I could just, like, "So guys, what should we go see tonight?" "Well, we can either see Captain America at 7 or Uncle Joe's fucking corpse at 9 o'clock. I hear it got good reviews. Probably the 3D. But, and like, I take it upon myself as the humanitarian that I am to make sure that no one in the room by the night is over misses the person who is deceased. Like, I try to, like, you know, tell, like, stories, you know, it's like, "Yeah, I remember that time Uncle Joe looked at me and he said, 'Nice earring, what are you, a faggot?'" You know what? He wasn't really that good of a guy. Or I try to make light of the situations, like, you know, look, best case scenario, he's never looked better. He's gotten thinner. Speaking of necrophiliacs, there's a lot of weird sexual, like, fetishes going on, and I'm a fucked up guy, but as you can tell. But I don't get it. Like, a friend of mine told me, no joke, that she gets horny when she's tired. Let that sit in. She gets horny when she's, could you imagine that? Oh my God. In my pants. Like, I wonder how her boyfriend gets her in the mood. Well, first I take her for a run. Then I feed her a bunch of carbs. And if that doesn't work, I just slip an Ambien into her drink. Like, and you know what, thinking about this stuff makes me think of all the sexual shit that I wouldn't do. And it's not a long list, but I came to a couple. I'm not gonna fuck an old lady. It's not gonna happen. Like, if her vagina is crusty enough to use it as a cigarette lighter, she probably shouldn't be having sex. On a side note, if I were to fuck an old lady, would that make us friends with retirement benefits? It's more witty than funny. I'm also never gonna have anal sex. Not gonna happen. I don't care how hot she is, she ain't fucking me in the ass. A guy asked me, would you ever fuck a black chick? That sounds racist, but he asked me, like, would you ever fuck a black chick? No. I mean, I am a Republican. I do fuck black people every time I vote. Hey, I love black people. I sympathize with you guys. Don't you hate it when you're in a big group and you're talking really loudly and you're interrupted by a crowded movie theater? I know, it really pisses me off. I am a Republican, though, and like, people look at me like I'm some sort of myth. Like, it's really rare to see at Hofstra a Republican. They look at me like some sort of mythical creature. I didn't know we could get this close to them. Don't get too close, Timmy, or else he'll cut your Social Security. Yeah, black people, I mean, not black people, sorry, excuse me. Just shows you where my mind goes. Republicans at Hofstra are kind of like, it's harder to find a Republican at Hofstra than it is to spot a tattoo on a black guy. Like, are you guys putting on a second coat? All right, I'll end with the little awkwardness. All right, thank you. I'm Bernie Krumm. Look me up on Facebook. Hopefully the hypnotist can hypnotize some of the lovely young ladies to come back to my place later. A little wine and some unprotected sex. All right. Thank you very much.